Well, Bob, how is the elbow at the moment?
It's sort of hard to tell, I guess. I'll find out from the specialist on Friday, and we'll go from there. But it's the last few days it's improving, I think.
That doesn't look comfortable at all.
It looks uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. So I'm hoping it'll come good. It'll get rid of this thing.
So what are you expecting to hear from the surgeon? Has it all been ruled out in terms of having to go under the knife?
No. So that'll be the decision on Friday, and crossing fingers that don't have to do that and be able to get back into it sooner rather than later.
What's the theory, Murph, on waiting? Maybe you could have had it done 2 weeks ago. Is it just that it might just scar up?
Yeah, well, I've got a history. I'm a good healer, Steve, so hopefully it's not a Hail Mary. It's quite likely that it could stitch back on, and that's what I'm led to believe. And you give it a crack, and if it doesn't, then you deal with that and get on with it.
How spectacular was the fall?
Probably the spoil of the year, I think, Steve. Probably that's what the boys have been calling it. Probably more awkward than anything, if I'm being brutally honest. So would rather be out there with the boys now, obviously, but try and deal with this and get onto it.
It's obviously a massive setback in terms of your pre-season training. What are you able to do? Are you able to keep up a decent level of fitness?
I've lost a lot of my bulk in the right arm, which is quite disappointing. So I've got this massive left arm just to sort of balance things out. So no, I'm still able to run and do a lot of the training. So I don't think it'll be as big a setback as what you might have implied, Sarah.
So the prognosis very much is dependent on what happens on Friday?
Yeah, Friday's sort of D-Day, yeah, more or less.
What's the best case and worst case then, do you know, week-wise?
I'm not too sure, Stu. I think I'll be sort of pushing it to play the start of the year, but I'm really haven't given that too much thought. I'm just sort of trying to do my rehab, get to Friday, and then deal with the fallout from that.
So when you hit the ground, you knew it was something pretty bad?
Yeah, it was pretty painful, and I've sort of hyperextended things before, and I knew it was I'd done a bit of damage.
Have you got out of a bit of housework and a bit of jobs around the house?
I've got a 3-week-old baby, and so my duties have been lightened, and hasn't been that popular. Though she's very understanding, but it hasn't been overly popular.
Not awesome timing.
No.
You'll go along and have a look at the boys play against St Kilda, it is, yeah?
Yep, St Kilda. Yes, I'll get down there. Are we going? We talking? Yep.
Are we on? Yep.
So first hit out. It's always good to sort of play against some opposition and try out some new things, and just get a decent hit out and see where we're at.
What sort of difference Crammery make, do you think?
It's hard to know. He's more than I was going to say he's an accomplished player, but he's probably a bit better than that. But I think the biggest thing we're looking for is that because he's such a powerful runner and a presence down there, that it should improve the guys around him. So that's what we're sort of hoping for, that he creates a contest and fits into the forward line down there.
Thank you.